This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Monday, February 3rd. I'm here with Brandon and Erica. I'm Jeff. Stephanie is on assignment in London still. She'll be back, I believe, at the end of the week.
All right.
All right. But, guys,
use up those paid time off days now.
Hey, man, she's working. She's working.
Right. Never mind. All
right. We got to start with a big shout-out to the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah. They took down the San Francisco 49ers last night, 31-20. That means none of us had the correct predictions on Friday. If you don't remember, here's a little refresher.
I'm going to go 44-36 49ers.
24-17, whoever wins.
What do you mean, whoever wins? You're not going to pick a winner?
No, because the Giants aren't in it. I don't care who wins. I just want to see the chess match.
49ers, 42-40, a weird score.
42-40, that's
Robbie
like
Gold's
a strip club.
Robbie Gold's coming in with a last-minute field goal to make it 42-40.
Okay.
There we go. Well, here's the thing. We are all wrong, but I did hit some squares. I should say my wife hit some squares.
So that means you hit some squares.
I hit one and she hit one. Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, well, you know, the saying, the house always wins. I got a couple.
Did you?
But the funny thing was, yes, I basically just went in and was like, give me what's left. So
those are the best ones.
And I won.
And you won twice.
Won twice, yes.
You won twice with those.
You stacked the deck.
It's very exciting.
You stacked the deck.
No, I didn't.
It's squares.
Stack a deck.
Oh, y'all did that? I didn't know that was going on yesterday.
Yeah, David, our stage manager, is also really great at putting these things together. He seriously had like a whole betting room happening.
I did see
that. He did it all, man. Good job, David.
It was awesome.
You were there, Brandon. What do you mean?
He came late.
No, I didn't.
Well, you were closed out of. You definitely didn't come before.
Look, here's Erica's.
Yes,
Brandon, you were there. Remember
yeah,
this?
I was there. I flew in. I took an earlier flight from LAX to make sure I was there. I was
You're
there
missing
for
Al Jackson's appearance.
I was there for that. What do you? I'm in the background. And look, that's the picture that haunts me at night every night. Remember, we had a joke about that.
I know you were there. I'm saying the reason why you may not have done the betting thing.
Oh, yeah. I got there for Demi Lovato, which I thought was a great national anthem.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was a good, really good national anthem. Yeah, so I mean, I enjoyed the game. Like, not to get into the X's and O's, but you know, looking at it, I posted a picture of me on the sidelines from my Super Bowl year.
That was awesome.
And then I just remember, like, once that confetti hits, and the game hit, the clock hits 0-0-0. You're like, my life has changed for the rest of my life. You know, they're going to the party, going to Club Live that night. You're hanging with, rubbing shoulders with celebrities, stars. I met Gabrielle Union that night. It just hit me that I met Gabrielle Union after Super Bowl 42 in Arizona. Your life changes forever. Like, you have Super Bowl champion attached to your name. It was a great time. Great time with you all here. You know, we're a family here, and you did a great job hosting, girl.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Them burgers, your husband.
That was,
oh
yeah.
Get me over here.
Yeah, I would say that's a team effort, but I really had nothing to do with the food because everybody brought potluck, and then the guys were out grilling, and it was really a great time. And when you look around, and any time we're all together like that with the families, the kids, it's just a very special thing because, you know, we are a team and we're family because we fight like it and we love each other, but sometimes we don't like each other.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
I'm going to send you my invoice because I was playing with the youngest one for quite some time. So, B London babysitting.
Dude, hey, man.
Incorporated.
Anytime you want, and you could send me the bill. I'm fine with that.
After 10 minutes, I was like, you still want to play? He had a basketball, and I put my hand out like it was a hoop. He just kept putting it in over and over. I was like, you want to try something else now? You want to play something else? But every time he just kept smiling, I was like, wow.
Wow, B London's in a relationship.
No,
now
I'm not.
He's getting on that kid train.
We're going to talk about that later.
Hold on.
Let's get to.
Is this breaking news?
Let's go to the Pamela Anderson story.
That news broke last night.
All right, I got to hear more about this. All right, we're going to get to some other stories, but I'm more worried about Brandon's. All right, let's talk about the commercials. Here are some big ones, or here's some. Listen, just watch.
Showed me photos of me and Loretta. Come on, boy.
People tell me that people aren't ready to have a woman lead, but these guys have been learning from women their whole lives. We have all these assumptions about what women do in life and what men do. I'm not trying to be the best female coach. I'm trying to be the best coach.
He got the ground hog! That was Phil Connors! Bing! Hello?
It's not personal. It's just a game. Not a bad day, huh?
All right, so those were the ones that people liked. Brandon got me frazzled with his relationship status. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so did you like any of those commercials last night?
Go ahead, Erica.
I think we should be paying attention to what Google's doing, and it makes so much sense for Google to be kind of in the forefront of this. Google had some missteps in terms of making sure that things were being honored appropriately. A lot of people felt some type of way about them not acknowledging Juneteenth when they acknowledge every other holiday last year, and it seems like they've taken the feedback and really gone forward with giving people what they want, and who knows more, has more data about what we want than Google. So the fact that they've actually listened and really responded to that, they have an excellent Black History Month commercial. You can watch the whole thing. It's over a minute on YouTube, and this one was right on the money too.
Good on Google.
Yeah, good job, Google. The Katie Sowers one, I kind of talked about it last week, but it just hit me because my sister's here who plays women's professional football and played against her in an All-Star game. It was her birthday yesterday, so to have her here and to, you know my family, we're a football family.
Yep.
Brother's a football coach, father's a football coach. She's doing some great things, paving the way for women's professional football as well. So to watch that story and to know what goes behind it as well. You can
Get some camera time. You can tell she's a London. She's a London for sure.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I like the Groundhog Day one. I know we showed it, but I love that Needle Nose Ned made an appearance in there. Bing! I like that. I liked it. Brendan, you weren't too excited about my pick. All right, there were some stinkers last night, too. Here are the ads that turned people off. Check these out.
What is happening?
What is that? Is that a baby nut?
Just kidding. I'm back. Where's my monocle?
So I can just kick back and be totally comfortable in my own skin. You know what I'm saying? Rocket Mortgage understands that home is where I can be myself. Yeah. And that feels pretty darn good. Oh.
See, so many people were upset about this because, let's just be honest, nobody was checking for Jason Momoa like that, okay? Everybody was like, this is my worst fear realized, because I see how hard y'all be going for some Jason Momoa, and you don't want to see him like that, and that's the reason why people think that that commercial stunk.
I don't know. I thought it was a good commercial. I don't know what it's for, but I thought it was good.
Rocket Mortgage.
Yeah, no. Everybody fine. Everyone who's obsessed with Jason Momoa is like real obsessed with Jason Momoa. They don't want to see him any other way than the Jason Momoa. This is disturbing to people, and that's the whole thing. Now, if this is sexist, actually, because if it was a woman and she was taking off all her bits and pieces, and we had a problem with that, then there would be a big outcry. But that's the reason why we have a problem. We don't want to see Jason Momoa in any other way.
Be specific. If it was a woman, what pieces would they be taking
Any
off?
other pieces. They don't want to see, and so this is sexist. I'm just calling y'all out to let you know. Y'all not right for that.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
All right, you guys didn't bite on that
It's
one.
about what's in here, in the heart. It's in the heart.
All right. It's definitely Monday in here. All right. The Super Bowl wasn't the only party this past weekend. Check out Stormy World. Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott set up a huge carnival for their daughter's second birthday, complete with stormy faces on basically everything. What do you guys think of this party? It's very Kardashian.
Would you get on that ride if you were invited and your kids wanted to get on that ride?
Yeah, because if something happens, guess who owns
Oh my God.
Jeffrey World.
Oh my gosh.
That's right.
That's the first thing I was thinking about.
That's not right. No, I'm never going to tell people how to spend their money, you know, if this is what you want to do. But I do wonder, sometimes, I know it seems great to be in a position where you come from a lot, but then I think it's also kind of a mind screw up because you aren't really responsible for anything that happens in your life. It's like
you want for nothing.
Right, you were born into it, and I think that people need to have achievements. So it's setting the bar really high, but if that's how you want to roll with your family, then
I can't tell anybody how to parent. I'm with you. You know what I mean? It's excessive in my eyes, okay? I can only speak for myself. That child is never going to know reality, period. Even though they're on a reality show, has nothing to do with reality. Kardashians don't know reality. This child is definitely not going to know reality. It's not how I'm going to raise my kids because I'm not a billionaire. But, you know, I can't tell people how to parent. Yeah. There you go, B. London. Boom. Nailed it. Well, speaking of relationships, B. London.
That's what I was trying to get to.
All right, Pamela Anderson is a single woman again, and Brandon London might be as well. We're going to talk about that later. She called it quits with husband number 4, movie producer John Peters. They were married for 12 whole days. Kind of like Brandon's relationship again. But Pam is saying the wedding was never formalized.
Just go ahead, Jeff.
I mean, it's very relatable. This beats her short-lived marriage to Kid Rock that lasted 122 days. Even Kim Kardashian was married to NBA player Chris Humphries 72 days. And the potatoes in your pantry last longer than Pamela and John's marriage and Brandon's relationship. So why did they get divorced so soon?
Who, them or me?
Yeah, what's going on? Could you fill us in?
Long distance, man. Long distance is, I mean, it's different. The heart wants what the heart wants, but sometimes it's just two people with two different schedules. It's just weird, man.
So are those DMs open? Is that what we're saying?
I'm not even going to use that to go back into trying to live this Playboy bachelor life anymore. I'm going to use this as a time to focus on self, get my brand going, and continue to keep my heart open to being into the right relationship.
So
not
if there's
just a relationship.
ladies out there that want to DM you, it's closed for business. Brandon London is closed for business.
Brandon World is always open now. Come on.
I was just going to see how he was going to respond, because if you go to my social media, there is a clip of Brandon being Brandon. And I'm sitting amongst a few of my friends, and he came to offer some water. So check it out on my Instagram.
I'm a gentleman, Eric.
He was very, very smooth and chivalrous last night, so I knew something was up.
Well, ladies, right on in. Brandon's a single man now. DBL is live, and coming up, Susan Lucci is on a mission of awareness after a medical scare. She tells Tori Shulman all about it, and the reviews are in. And many on social media think last night's halftime show was too hot to handle. We're sharing your comments about that next.
February is Black History Month, and DBL is honoring the icons who have made an everlasting impact on America. Today, we honor activist Rosa Parks on what would have been her 106th birthday. Dubbed the First Lady of Civil Rights, Parks made history when she refused to give up her seat on a Montgomery, Alabama bus to a white person. Little did she know, such a small act of defiance would be talked about for generations to come.
Fish, everything in there.
Okay. What's up?
Yeah.
Hey.
I got to check Erica's page. I'm seeing people wrote in for you, Brandon.
Really? Tom Matuch says, Brandon, what team does your sister play for? The Denver Bandits. Denver Bandits. First game is the end of March. That weekend is the end of March, so that'll be cool. But
where do they play?
Kristen, where do y'all play?
We play at Aurora Public School Stadium.
Aurora Public School Stadium.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotta go check that out.
Hinckley High School. They do workouts on Thursdays. I want to start going and working out with them.
Nice.
Yeah, they just did this thing. 9 News did this whole thing on them. I just put it up on my Instagram story. They sat down, they asked some of the players on the team what Katie Sowers meant to women's professional football, and they interviewed my sister along with a couple other players, and they had the workout going on in the background. Those girls, man, they work hard.
What's Katie's title? What does she do over there?
Assistant running backs coach.
Oh, she's a running backs?
Offensive quality control. As receivers or running backs? Assistant receivers coach. You trying to get her get into coaching, get into the family biz, but both me and her,
It's tough to think about that while you're playing, you know what I mean? Because you want to finish playing, I think, and then when your career starts winding down, I think that's when you really want to think about coaching.
I would go back and coach in the NFL. I wouldn't do college. My brother does too much in terms of recruiting. You got to pick up recruits. You got to do this. Make sure it gets GPAs. It's just so much you do outside of football. You're you're a father figure.
But don't you have to kind of climb that ladder to the NFL?
Yeah, I would go and do offensive quality control with the Giants. Right?
Yeah.
I'm in with that organization, so I would go in and try and start from there and then stay in the NFL. I wouldn't want to coach high school.
That's a nice
college. But this year. I am going to volunteer at some high school around here, work with the receivers or something. And I do go to Germany and Europe to do passing camps and clinics. So it'll always be in my blood, but I love TV too much.
And a paycheck.
And that. Erica, you knew something was going on?
Yes, Brandon.
You smelled that a mile away?
You
I walked in
gave it a mile away.
I walked in and gave y'all water. Here we go. Dude.
Welcome back to DBL. Everyone has something to say about J-Lo and Shakira's Super Bowl halftime show, from the stripper poles to the blinged out bodysuits and, of course, the hip shaking. Some viewers felt it was not family friendly. So DBL Nation, was the halftime show too sexy in your... Why don't you kick it off, buddy?
Here we go. Dahmer from Facebook says, have you been to a beach or a swimming pool or a mall lately? Or how about a dance recital? It's just where we are now. The music and dancing was very entertaining. I don't even like the halftime shows, but I love last night's halftime shows because that Latin flavor, that fierceness that they put out there, it was very entertaining. And we got a chance to see the glimpse of the future with J-Lo bringing out her daughter. It runs in the family. But Shakira, what she did, she's Colombian and Lebanese. Shakira brought out some of her culture, and you see a lot of people online, a lot of people of Latin descent, Colombian descent, they're praising her for being able to highlight their culture on such a huge stage. So while you may be upset with that, there's also people celebrating what they did. It was iconic.
I like it.
Kay from Facebook says, time for halftime shows that can be enjoyed by the young and old together. This show was just more trash. Kay, I'm going to have to disagree with you. I actually thought that the show was far more complex complex and had a lot of different pieces of imagery and symbolism in them. We saw the female sign, the cross illuminated in gold and purple that was honoring Kobe. You saw, even though the conversation was about children in cages, the way that it was presented underneath the female, like overseeing, there were just so many pieces that people are missing, and maybe it's because it doesn't speak to you, or maybe it's because you want to complain about it, but it was a very well done production, and I think they did a great job.
Yeah. Liliana from Facebook says, come on, people. Jennifer Lopez is a wonderful performer. Get over it. Listen, I'm with you on this one. Shakira has a song that says hips don't lie. What did you expect was going to happen? That's what she's known for shaking her hips.
Good job.
I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there.
Cheryl from Facebook says, I feel the stripper pole was a bit much. She didn't need it. Other than that, I liked it. I think we had some of the mothers who that work with us on DBL, they didn't tell their kids to turn their head or anything.
Well, no, and just to be clear, a stripper pole is only a stripper pole if there's someone stripping. That is just a pole.
Like a fireman's pole.
It's a pole. There's nobody stripping. She's dancing on a pole. That's what y'all said was cool 10 years ago, running out to fitness competitions or fitness things. Now all of a sudden it's a stripper pole again. Just let us know what it is.
All right, coming up on DBL, soap opera icon Susan Lucci opens up about a health scare that almost killed her. It's a warning no one can afford to miss. That's coming up next.
You know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance.
Authorities are now naming the 20-year-old attacker, identifying him as a man who had just been released from prison for Islamist-related offenses. So the question today, why was this man let out of prison in the first place? ISIS is now claiming responsibility for that attack. We'll keep you updated if we learn more. And Bernie Sanders is making national headlines today, and not just because the Iowa caucus is tonight. The presidential hopeful spoke at a rally yesterday and says he will immediately legalize marijuana in all 50 states if he's elected to the White House. DBL Nation, this story is making headlines today, but I have to know, is an immediate legalization of marijuana even important to you, or is that the least of your worries? Let us know using the hashtag DBLTake. This has been Fast Blast for you. Did you know that we're live during the commercial breaks every day on our show? Just go to Facebook, YouTube, or even Twitter, and I'll be there to keep you updated on all the breaking news and developing stories. We'll see you then.
I want to say how honestly impressive it is that you worked and pitched so hard for this story and you produced it yourself. So Harley must have left a real impression on you from the Suicide Squad. What is it that you fell in love with so much about her?
So many things. I mean, the amount of options I've always had as an actor playing Harley, it feels endless, and that's a thrilling thing as an actor.
Judge Judy's impact on the daytime community and also the viewers that vote is immeasurable. Like, she is the Oprah of, like, judges.
It doesn't feel like it.
Well said. That's probably the last thing you ever say on the show, and you just walk away.
I didn't know her.
Welcome back to DBL. February is American Heart Month, a time to raise awareness about heart disease. Emmy winner Susan Lucci has a personal experience that she's using to help spread the word. Earlier, Tori Shulman talked to her and a heart doctor in today's DBL Spotlight.
Woo, Susan Lucci and Dr. Jennifer Ramirez, welcome to DBL. Susan, people know you as the legendary Erica Kane on All My Children, and you're an Emmy-winning actress. But some may not know this, that in 2018, you had emergency heart surgery for blocked arteries.
Well, about a year ago, I had 2 episodes, very light pressure on my chest, radiating around my rib cage to my back. But I didn't think much of them. I had never had any health issues. But the 3rd time when that happened that month, the pressure was so intense that I couldn't ignore it. It felt like an elephant pressing on my chest. I kept thinking while I was in the car, well, I should go here, but I can't. I have too much to do. And I think so many of us as women do not put ourselves on our to-do list. The nurses said to me, you know, it's a good thing you came here because you avoided the widow maker.
Oh my
which is the fatal heart attack.
Oh my gosh.
If one woman hears this and pays attention to her symptoms, put yourself on your to-do list. And then listen to your body.
I completely agree with. My mom has been ill a lot, and we have to advocate for her, and it's really when she put herself first that she started getting help. Speaking about the differences, doctor, I wanted to ask you, if I were a man, yeah, the left arm, my pain in my chest, I know heart attack. Women don't know the different symptoms. Can you give us some differences between symptoms of men and women?
So, you know, the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women want women to know that most of us will get that same chest discomfort, chest pressure, chest pain. However, some women, and so the spectrum of symptoms increases for women, you can get left arm pain, shortness of breath, jaw pain.
Wow.
Great news, 80% of heart disease can be prevented by simple lifestyle changes. And this February, we want women to know your numbers. The Heart Association has teamed up with CVS Health, and select Thursdays in February, you could go get screened.
Wow.
You can know your cholesterol, you can know your HDL, the good cholesterol, your blood pressure, your blood sugar, and your body mass index.
Wow.
Those 5 numbers can help you begin the journey to heart-healthy living.
Those Minute Clinics screenings are free of charge.
And we're sending positive vibes to your mom so that she becomes healthy.
Thank you so much for joining us. We truly, truly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Great interview, Tori. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty Blast. I'm Jeray Banks, but you might know me at Jeray for the Slay on all social media platforms. So today we're talking about skin that slays. And today's question actually came from a viewer who asked, how do I create a skincare regimen? Now, this is actually really popular, guys. A lot of people don't know how to create their skincare regimen or routine. So I put together a simple 6-step for a twice-a-day skincare routine, okay? Now, for morning or daytime, you wanna start your day off with cleansing / toning. Now, I put a slash there because not everyone needs to overly cleanse their skin morning and night. Some people are better off just toning in the morning. With doing more of a cleanse or tone in the morning, you want to make sure that you're not over-processing your skin in the daytime. This is going to mean that your skin feels dry or overly irritated when you cleanse in the morning. Maybe when you're doing that, you instead want to move over to a toner. So step 1 is cleanse or tone in the morning. Figure out what your skin likes better. Now step 2 is going to be applying an eye cream. My favorite for daytime is a tinted eye cream. And these guys are great for making sure that you're concealing slightly without having to wear full concealer underneath your eye. Sometimes we're just going day to day or running to the grocery store real quick and you want that quick pick-me-up. Now, number 3 is going to be utilizing a serum in your skincare routine. These guys are great for really giving you that vitamin of nutrient that you need for that change in your skin. So sometimes you're using a retinol, sometimes a vitamin C, or sometimes a vitamin E serum to really boost up your skin regimen in general. Second to last, we're going to be looking at a moisturizer, something to really emulsify and hydrate your skin to make sure that your skin is looking its best and most hydrated that it can possibly look and be and feel that way too. And last but not least, you want to go ahead and put on some SPF for your daytime. Now this can be in your daytime moisturizer, but the best way to have some sun protection is going to be utilizing a separate SPF. So some great ones out there is the Pierre Thomas Roth powder, maybe Skin Science, and a lot more out there. Now, if you guys have more questions, feel free to write in at Jeray for the Slay on all social media platforms. And while you're there, go ahead and follow, click a like or two, and I'll holla back at you, boo. We'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.
The Iowa caucuses are tonight, and a lot of Democratic candidates are fighting to be the frontrunner. But why does Iowa get to go first, and how does a caucus work? Let's connect the dots. First up, Iowa's enviable position as first in the country. This actually stems from one of the lowest points in American politics, the 1968 Democratic National Convention. After it erupted in chaos with violent clashes between police and protesters, the Democratic Party decided to spread out its nomination process. And since Iowa's caucus system was so complicated, it got to go first. So how do Iowa's caucuses work? Democrats and Republicans have different rules in Iowa, but let's focus on the Democrats because we aren't expecting any surprises from the Republicans. Voters gather in a room and stand in a certain section to show their support for a candidate. If a candidate doesn't get 15%, that candidate is not considered viable and their supporters are asked to pick another candidate. Another count is taken and delegates are awarded to the candidates based on how many supporters they had. It may sound complicated, but don't expect Iowa to give it up anytime soon. Connecting the dots, I'm Dana Marie McNichol.
Randall's word of the day is margarita.
Use a margarita right now.
Right?
Yeah.
It was 70 here in Denver. Yes, it was 71 here yesterday. And today it's, what is it, 20 outside right now?
It's snowing.
It's snowing?
Snowing.
Yes.
It's insane.
Yes, we were outside in tank tops yesterday.
We saw Al's outfit.
Yeah.
The wrong All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Happy Monday, everybody.
Everyone needs to overly cleanse their skin morning and night. Some people